the top of Mount Tabor Hill. Nice place to have good brakes. I'm doing 24. I have both brakes on pretty firmly because this is actually pretty steep. And rough. You don't want to go zooming down this rough spot. Taking a little Saturday afternoon ride. I don't usually take small rides, and hardly ever on weekends. We'll see what the traffic is like. The new tires are behaving very well still. I forgot to check their pressure. I assume it's pretty similar, but I usually check it before I ride. Getting a little plunk back there, maybe from my tool bag. Brighton. Boy, we have a lot of nice pavement these days. A couple years ago, this was not here. It was broken up, old stuff. still one motor. I wasn't doing PA7. I don't need much more. Boy, nice pavement. Two motors for a little bit. 35, 6, 7. Six, 7, a lot of wind in my face. Stop sign coming up. Haven't been this way for a long time either. What a great pavement. Wow. Turning right. Oop. End of great pavement. Go back to a single motor, which is always the rear motor. I haven't just tried the front motor. Pretty agile tires. I do usually shift down at stop signs, both the gears and the PA gear, which they call gear, and I agree with it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lots of rough stuff here. Good tire test. And these ridges where the strips overlap. It's a pretty cool afternoon. Morning's like 40. And dent 15. Whoa. I don't know what that was. Rock, I suppose. Oh yeah, I recognize this. Oh yeah. Hello cows. Ouch. This is the KEYFOB doing 25. Don't want to go faster. I just turned it down from 6 because of all the bumpies. No high water today. To stand up a lot on the bike without rear suspension, but I don't do it on this one. Aniioke. Oh, gravel, I think. No, not yet. a gravel stretch. Right around here is a gravel stretch. Well, that's 18 miles an hour on this gravel stretch. Of course, it's not real loose. It is a little, it is rough. 23, wow. I never do 23 on gravel. Backing very straight. But again, there's not a lot of loose stuff on top, but still, that's pretty amazing. 17's usually about my limit, even on the 26 tire inch bike. 26 inch tire bike. Tons of gravel. Single motor 34, but I got that hill to kick me off there. 33. Once it gets wound up, it'll keep it going for a while. It helps to have a little hill that started going now. Road may flood. 1, 2, 3. 32, 4, 5. And the little motorbike waved at me. Not the pedal bike this time. Sometimes they don't like taking their hands off. I don't blame them. I'm only MTA 7, 36, 37, 38, 39. That's only MTA 7. That's 80%. I haven't wound this out with his new tires yet. Suppose I ought to try that, but 39, that's pretty good. Back to one tire, one wheel, motor, whatever. I'd say these tires don't feel as squirrely on gravel. It usually kicks tires back and forth a lot. Now only doing 15, but still. It's easier to adjust the shock if we unload the suspension and take some of the pressure off of it. I leaned it over on the kickstand, which lifts the rear wheel off the ground. Now you can grab the spring and the adjusting nut at the top there, both of them, and turn them to tighten the shock down as shown. If you need to, you can use a rag and some channel locks opened wide to grab the nut. At a certain point, that'll be necessary. I don't have a better tool for that. If you want to be fancy, they actually make one, which I found on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. The nut is 45 millimeters. You'll need a wrench that fits the nut. Then I repeated the process, pushing from the other side to lift the wheel off the ground. That was pretty loose. Then measure the distance from the nut to the top of the shock housing to make sure both sides are the same. Use whatever you've got to measure, a ruler, a piece of paper with a pencil mark on it, or a caliper. Here's a couple more little tidbits for the day. I noticed moisture in my taillight from washing the bike. It appears to be glued together in one unit, except for the hole where the wire goes through, where the water must have gone in. I'm going to try to dry the light out and put some silicone around the wire, and maybe a small bit around the two studs as well. Any caulk would do if you have some lying around. Maybe melted beeswax would work, but some candle wax may be too brittle to hold up for this. I've been trying to warm it up with the hairdryer and blow compressed air in with my air compressor. I've repeated that several times, but haven't had a lot of luck so far. The lens clears, but then it fogs up again. My latest attempt is to put it in a plastic bag together with some silica gel packets that I reactivated by putting in a 280-degree oven, which is the instruction on my metal packets. For the paper ones you may have lying around because you got them in products, heating with short bursts in the microwave appears to work according to a Google search. If you're interested in a small amount of inexpensive waterproof storage, a 2-liter Drybag fits right behind the seat, completely out of the way, strapped in with a few Velcro straps. I have my bike tools in there, some flat repair tools, and a pullover rain jacket, which I can also use as another layer if I get cold. A link to this one is in the description, but there are a lot of them available on Amazon. I'm using an old laptop case for storage on the luggage rack, which is all I usually need. I put a piece of masonite inside and bolted through it to the luggage rack. Put some bubble wrap from a shipping container over the top of that to stop things from clanking, and strapped it down with a Velcro strap, which I can use to fasten larger things on top.